Hello!
Hello friends, here's another Fourth Guy in Line review. This time we're looking at the limited edition Batman figure from Neca that comes with the 25th anniversary re-release of Tim Burton's Batman on Blu-ray. Now, this was released as a pre-order on eBay from Warner Brothers, and then subsequently was released in stores, specifically only Toys R Us and only in limited quantities. So this figure, which sold out in the pre-sale and is now available in Toys R Us stores, is still in limited supply. So a lot of stores don't know that they have them because of just the way that they're packaged, I guess, and because it comes with the DVD. Now, some of the Toys R Us stores, for some reason, have it packaged with the old Batman Blu-ray, the original release, or the most recent, the release before this one of the Batman Blu-ray, but not this Diamond Luxe 25th anniversary edition, which is a much different packaging. So here is the Batman figure. We'll take a look at the packaging first. For those of you that remember the Toy Biz figures that were originally released in 1989, when the original Batman movie came out, this is a direct replica of the packaging that Batman had. I distinctly remember that packaging because I had Batman, the Joker, and Bob the Goon, which were the only three figures released in the line. Now, they were 3 3/4. They weren't these 6-inch figures like this one is. But they were packaged exactly the same, with the gold backing, the Batman logo with the gold highlights around it, the purple star, the purple band with the stars motif at the top. So, and then on the back, this is exactly the cutout card that came with it. I remember distinctly. If you want to read that, feel free to pause. And then here's a nice image of the Batman figure. And again, the Batman logo. I do seem to remember that it was the same backdrop with the water tower. But this is an image of the Batman figure. And in fact, from what I understand, this image is not actually of the Batman figure that's included in this package. It's definitely not from the original one from 1989. It's actually a much larger figure that Neca puts out that they use for the photo here. I don't know why they chose to do that, but that is what I have come to understand. I really love this throwback packaging. I do think that they do a great job of displaying Batman in the packaging, with one exception. Most of the figures that come with capes, for the most part, they put a hole in the blister pack, in the mid part of the blister pack, so the cape can hang behind, so on display you can kind of see the cape flowing. In this case, what they've done is they twist tied him in, so he looks a little cinched around the waist. And I gotta say, it makes him look, a little silly. And additionally, it makes him look like his head is enormous, which it might very well be once we get him out of the package. But that's really my only gripe. It's a nice package. It's very simple, as the original one was, and I think it's a great throwback. So before we tear into him, let's go ahead and look at the Batman Blu-ray. Now, really nice front cover. It's a 25th anniversary edition sticker here. It's really heavy for being just a regular disc. It's not a steel case or anything, but it is really heavy. Here's the image from the back. Now, as you guys, if you follow Fourth Guy in Line, you know we don't really do or haven't done any Blu-ray reviews, and this is no exception. I'm not going to tell you about the video quality and everything else. There's plenty of other sites where you can get that. But what I am going to do is just kind of take a little bit of a view at the packaging and kind of just do a quick unboxing of this packaging as well. So that being said, the 2-disc special edition comes. Disc 1 has a commentary by Tim Burton, On the Set with Bob Kane, Legends of the Dark Knight, The History of Batman, Shadows of the Bat. So a lot of nice ancillary material. And then disc 2 has an all-new documentary as far as Batman. You know, I remember seeing this film. I remember sitting and waiting in line. I was probably 12 years old. I remember sitting and waiting in line and actually being the first in line to go see my particular showing of this movie, which was, I think, the second day it had been released in theaters. And I remember very distinctly what a great experience that was. I'd never been a part of something that big before, and something that I was so excited about. It was a situation where, you know, I was dropped off at the theater by my folks. So it felt, with me and my friend at the time, and it just really felt really cool to be a big part of this. I even remember the movies that were, the trailers that were shown before it, like Lethal Weapon 2. So it's definitely a moment that's etched in my memory, and I'm really happy to have this on Blu-ray, as I haven't picked up any of the earlier editions. I had it on DVD, but I have not picked it up on Blu-ray yet, so this is really exciting. So let's take a look at what's going on in the packages. All right, so we're going to start with the DVD. So you can see now with the wrapping off, it's got one of these cardboard backings with a little bit of that gluey stuff. And here we go. On the back, we have a nice image of the bat signal with the all the bits and pieces that usually accompany a movie poster. On the front, we've got a really nice representation of the Batman logo. It's a really nice shiny package. It looks really cool. I haven't figured out quite why it's so heavy, but I think it's got a nice glossy inside. In fact, that's really, really nice. Excellent glossy inside to this kind of a book style DVD case. And then we'll open it one more time. And there we have the 2 discs. And a large picture of the bat symbol. And then a nice image of Batman staring at the bat signal. So I gotta say, this is a really nice packaging for a Blu-ray. And I mean, it's really heavy because it's made out of plastic. It's some sort of plastic and not cardboard. So it's a nice heavy plastic. That's a really nice image of Jack Nicholson's Joker, an excellent picture of Michael Keaton's Batman. Just a really nice presentation on this Blu-ray. Now for the part that we're all waiting for, let's take a look at the figure. And here we go. This 6-inch Batman figure. I'm just kidding. So the reason why I bring out this particular one is this is from the recent line of the 66 Batmans, just for a scale comparison. So this Batman stands a little bit taller than 6 inches. Just tremendously large action figure with a lot of detail. So that's just our size comparison. So let's take a look. Let's start with the head sculpt and the face sculpt, more importantly. Obviously, we have a really nicely done face sculpt. I think it definitely looks like Michael Keaton. I think that the lip coloring is a little off, I think, but all in all, it's a really nice face sculpt. The cowl itself is not a solid, not a hard plastic. It's a little bit soft. And in fact, you can kind of even look underneath there and see the black paint over his eyes. So, really cool, really nicely done. The bat symbol is that unique bat symbol to that 1989 Batman film. Subsequent Batman films, even the other Tim Burton film, did not use this bat symbol with the little 3 points on the bottom. So, really nice attention to detail. Got the body armor, utility belt, of course these black legs, the traditional, in his boots. I will say that taking it out of the package, these little shin guards or ankle guards did come off. They're not super tight. I don't think they'll fall off on their own without heavy handling, but they aren't super tight. But all in all, he, I think, looks really nice. If we look at the back, cape hangs very well. It's got the, he's got a soft rubber, again, the soft rubber cowl that overlaps the cape. And then when we look at his hands, just hands look great. It's a nice sculpt for being such a small piece. If I can get the camera to focus on it. There we go. And you can see those rows of dots on the across the palm and onto the thumb. It's exactly what was on the original costume. Same thing with the gauntlets. exactly what was on the original costume. Just really, really nice attention to detail. As far as the articulation goes, he's articulated at the shoulders, at the elbows, swivel elbows and hinged elbows. He's got rotating wrists. He can flex a little bit at the waist, but not much. In fact, he's kind of got a strange posture at the waist that has him looking like he's leaning forward a little bit. It is a little bit strange on the posture, but, and then we've got his, he can do the splits, and then his knees, bending at the knees, I think, yeah, single jointed knees, I think, and then articulated feet. As you can tell, I lost his shin guard or ankle guard again. Now, it does just slot in, so it's not a big deal, but I am a little disappointed that it keeps coming off with just some minimal handling. So there you go. That is the 1989 Batman figure. Let's take a look at the accessories. So, of course, you couldn't have Batman without a Batarang. And this is a really nice looking Batarang. It's got the metal tips on it. Nice little attention to detail with the metal tips. And on the back, it's smooth, but it can definitely slot into his hand to give you kind of a throwing motion. He comes with some spare hands held in fists, and then he's got an open hand on him now. Still, and then one that's kind of gripping it looks like another grip hand, possibly for the Batarang or possibly for the grapple gun, which I think is really, really cool. It looks exactly like the one from the movie with all the bits and pieces, all the nice little detail, and for being such a small piece, for them to have each screw, you know, simulated screw head painted, I think they've done a wonderful job there. I think he's going to look great on display. So overall, really nice purchase. What I bought him for was $29.99, including the Blu-ray. I don't know what he's selling for at Toys R Us because I did the pre-sale on eBay. But I gotta say, I really like this figure. I think he's going to look on display with some of the other Batman figures I have, including the recent Batman animated from DC Direct. So I just really happy with this. I think it's a great sculpt. I think he looks fantastic. You know, he's got a couple of drawbacks, both in posture and the little bits that keep coming off. But overall, I think he's a good looking figure, and I'm really happy to add him to my collection. And it's just a nice throwback. I mean, I coveted this figure for a very long time before I was able to get one when I was a kid. And the original 1989 one, the utility belt was on a retractable string. So it's supposed to be the grappling gun. So, you know, you could hook him onto stuff and he would climb up it. Just a really cool throwback. I love the packaging as a throwback. In fact, I was a little sad to open the packaging, but, you know, I'm going to open stuff. I'm going to play around with it. And also, the packaging was a little damaged in shipping, so I felt better about it. But this is it. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to more Fourth Guy in Line reviews. And again, thanks for watching.